How to train a Bernese Mountain Dog to walk on a leash. Training a Bernese Mountain Dog to walk on a leash may seem like a daunting task, as these gentle giants are known for their strong will and independent nature. However, with patience, consistency, and positive reinforcement, you can successfully teach your Bernese Mountain Dog to walk politely on a leash. In this article, we will discuss some helpful tips and techniques to make leash training an enjoyable experience for both you and your furry friend. Before you start leash training, it is important to ensure that your Bernese Mountain Dog is comfortable wearing a collar or harness. Begin by introducing your dog to the collar or harness gradually, allowing them to sniff and explore it. Pair this with praise and treats to create a positive association. Once your dog is comfortable, you can proceed to attach the leash. Start by letting your Bernese Mountain Dog wear the leash indoors for short periods. This will help them get used to the sensation of being tethered. Allow them to move around freely while dragging the leash, but be sure to supervise them to prevent any accidents or tangling. Once your dog is comfortable wearing the leash indoors, it's time to move the training outdoors. Choose a quiet and familiar location for your walks, as this will minimize distractions and help your dog focus on the training. Begin by walking a few steps and praising your dog for staying by your side. Use positive reinforcement in the form of treats or verbal praise to reward good behavior. This will encourage your Bernese Mountain Dog to associate walking on a leash with positive experiences. Consistency is key when training a Bernese Mountain Dog. Establish a regular walking routine and stick to it. Start with short walks and gradually increase the duration over time. In the beginning, it is essential to keep your dog close to you to avoid pulling or lunging. Use a shorter leash to maintain control and prevent any unwanted behaviors. If your Bernese Mountain Dog pulls on the leash, stop walking immediately. Stand still and wait for your dog to stop pulling. When they release tension on the leash and come back to your side, reward them with praise and a treat. Repeat this process every time your dog pulls, and they will soon learn that pulling will not get them where they want to go. Another useful technique in leash training is to teach your Bernese Mountain Dog a cue or command for walking on a loose leash. Choose a word or phrase, such as heel or let's go, and use it consistently during your walks. When your dog starts pulling, use the cue to redirect their attention back to you. Reward them when they respond by walking on a loose leash. In addition to verbal cues, it can also be helpful to use gentle corrections when needed. If your Bernese Mountain Dog starts to pull, gently pull back on the leash to prompt them to stop. Avoid jerking or yanking the leash, as this can cause discomfort or injury. The goal is to teach your dog to respond to the pressure of the leash by releasing tension themselves. It is important to remember that leash training takes time and patience. Every dog learns at their own pace, so be prepared for setbacks and be consistent with your training efforts. Stay positive and always reward good behavior. With practice and repetition, your Bernese Mountain Dog will eventually become a well-behaved companion on walks. In conclusion, leash training a Bernese Mountain Dog requires patience, consistency, and positive reinforcement. Gradually introduce your dog to the collar or harness and leash, and begin training indoors before moving outdoors. Use positive reinforcement, verbal cues, and gentle corrections to teach your dog to walk on a loose leash. Remember to establish a regular walking routine and be consistent with your training efforts. With time and practice, you will be able to enjoy peaceful walks with your Bernese Mountain Dog by your side.